STEM starts with science, technology, engineering, and math, and integrates all the different disciplines that adds to the complexity of learning. And some people add arts as well. So a lot of the teaching and learning has to revolve around how do we teach these complex systems. Computer science includes computational thinking and problem solving. And so that's the important part, is children need to start very young in learning how to integrate systems and how to operate them. And importantly is how to think computationally. That includes both language and mathematics, as well as all the other disciplines. But it's that computer science has become more mainstream, and for example, the state of New York requires that teachers be appraised and learn and teach about computer science in elementary classrooms. What you do is you introduce children at an earlier grade because they're not necessarily readers or writing when they're real young, so it's important that they can just drag and drop blocks on a visual interface. And then when they get older, they'll continue to do some of that block-based programming, but the systems have it so that they can actually start seeing the code, like Python. Coding robots is kind of an external thing, and so I had to integrate it into a class with the science methods class. This one, they have to learn how to teach science from first grade to sixth grade. One of where, for example, they design games that they can program with block-based programming. My students are going to be teachers in the classroom very shortly, and so they need to be prepared to prepare their own students to be successful in these STEM integrated environments. Important to start children learning early about these technology systems, because it's a very challenging prospect for them to learn how to program things, right? So it's very important for elementary teachers to include that and be comfortable in teaching these subjects. Basically, the world's very complex. And so we have to be able to address some of these complexities at a very young age. And so my teachers need to be appraised on how to teach better. My students are going to be teachers in the future, and they're going to have to address future concerns. And it's how do you teach robotics? You can't direct teach it and say, oh, this is what you do, like, step one, step two, step three. It's more of a problem solving, and including other topics that might be important to that. You bring all these ideas together under the umbrella of STEM. Science includes to think with math, not just computate. And then, because then they can be efficient problem solver or invent something new that is, meaningful. So, that's kind of the idea of preparing students for the future, because it changes so rapidly. Underlying principle is just, be good at math. You can communicate with language. You put those two together, and you are starting to develop good problem solvers.